unpopular opinion for sure, but the 2% down payment program that was just announced, and every realtor is jumping on saying how this is a game changer and how great it is, unfortunately is not my understanding of this. So let's break it down. Why lowering the down payment to 2% is not the win that people think it is, and why economics have been warning against things like this. Economists have been warning about this exact type of policy for many years. So let's start with the obvious. A lower down payment feels like it makes home ownership more accessible. And yes, it does for some people. Feels like the government is stepping in and helping, feels like a solution. But affordability isn't about feeling, it's about math, risk, and supply. And when you dig into the economics, this program creates more problems than it solves. The number one reason is it's a higher default risk. When you buy a home with only 2% down, you have almost no equity. A tiny price drop, even 3 or 4%, wipes out everything you put into the home. And economists like Amir Sufi, authors of Hosts of Debt, have shown repeatedly that highly leveraged homeowners are always the first ones to default when the economy shifts. Not because they're irresponsible, but because they have no cushion. There's no barrier there. A 2% down payment creates a fragile homeowner from day one. More hazards that we could face with this. This program shifts risk away from the lenders and buyers and onto taxpayers. When the province guarantees the mortgage, lenders know they are protected. Buyers know the government is backing them. That's classic moral hazard. The same dynamic criticized in the US in 2008 crash. When people don't bear the full downside, the taxpayer is going to feel it. They also take bigger risks. If you're putting minimal amount of your own money into it, you're going to take a little bit more of a risk. And in housing, a bigger risk can turn into big problems. Another reason, it doesn't fix the real problem, the supply and demand. Supply, let's be honest, Nova Scotia doesn't have a down payment problem. We have a supply problem, a supply of affordable homes. That's where our problem lies. We don't have enough of them. We don't build them. We build luxury homes. The average price in Halifax is $590,000. We're not building $590,000 homes in new construction. They're building 600 plus homes, $650,000, $700,000, $800,000 homes and higher. So it's not the affordability fix that this is being spun. When you drop the requirements to 2%, you're not helping people afford homes. You're helping them stretch into homes they can't comfortably sustain. And when the roof leaks or the car breaks down or interest rate rises or the property tax goes up or the Nova Scotia power increase happens, the water happens, all these are going to make affordability unbearable for people that are highly leveraged in their homes. This is going to create a fragile cohort of new owners. Imagine starting home ownership with no equity, no savings, no buffer, and a mortgage backed by the province. That's not stability. That's not wealth building. That's stress. A 2% down payment creates homeowners who are one job loss, one rate renewal, one unexpected repair away from financial trouble. Another one is taxpayers absorbs this risk. If these mortgages go bad, the losses don't fall on the banks. The losses are going to fall on you and I, the taxpayer. We're socializing the downside while privatizing the upside. That's not a smart housing policy. That's political optics to me. Distracts from the real solution. Here's another reason this is bad. Every minute we spend celebrating a 2% down payment program is a minute we're not talking about the real fixes. Faster approvals, more density, more middle housing, the affordability housing, more purpose-built rentals, more skilled trades, more land unlocked for development. They are the solutions that'll actually move the needle, but they're harder. They take time. So instead, we get credit side band-aids. Personally, I would rather see the government go in and decrease some taxes, waive the deed-transfer tax for first-time home buyers, cut property taxes for first-time home buyers, not stretch them out and get people in with 2% down payments. This sends the wrong message. The program tells people if housing gets too expensive, we'll just make borrowing easier. That's exact mindset that got Canada into this affordability crisis. We don't need easier credit, we need more affordable homes. So yes, this is going to be an unpopular opinion, and I apologize to all my colleagues that instantly jumped on social media making all these posts about how wonderful this is, how great this is. Honestly, it's great for some people. It's bad in the long-term look of things, especially for Nova Scotia housing. And I fear that we're going to have people stressed, and defaulting in the years to come. If we truly want to help first-time home buyers in Nova Scotia, we need to build more homes that are affordable, not just hand out more leverage. We need to cut taxes. We need to cut Nova Scotia power costs. We need to add to the bottom line of homeowners, making it more affordable, not easier to get into something that's not affordable. Now, that's just my humble opinion, but I think any economist worth their salt that looks at this program will surely disagree that this is a good thing when we think long term. Love to hear your comments, good or bad. And again, not financial advice. I'm not an economist, but I am a realtor, and I've been doing this for a long time. So just my unpopular opinion.